J Mac, what it do? What's goody? Waiting for the ball. Edis. That's a fact. That's a fact. Over here too, got the Celtic game muted. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you, fam. Bobo, what's the word? Mr. Long Beach State. See if Edis even remembers that he agreed to do this tonight. Mr. Weaver. There you go.
My dog.
What's the word?
What's up, bro? You said if I remember to do this, come on, man. Come on, bro. I had to wait a list. I had to beg and plead to jump on this, bro.
Stop your shit. How's the family? How's everything?
I had to run down on you and beg and plead, bro. Shit is crazy.
Stop it.
What's up, my boy? How you doing?
I can't complain, man. How's the family? Everything good?
Everything good, man. The boss just came home. That's why I was a minute late.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, she was putting the makeup filter on me again.
I was going to say, we can't come on here with no filter. We good, boy.
Yo, E. Weaver, what up, bro? Oh, man.
Yo, I ain't going to hold you,
man.
Brother. We get right to it, man.
Let's do it, man. Let's do it. One thing before we start, man. I just want to say what you're doing is fucking dope.
I appreciate
it. Awesome. Keep doing it. Keep getting all the legends. If you need help, anybody I can get for you, phone call away, bro.
I appreciate you. I'm just trying to give everybody their flowers, man. You know what I mean? Because everybody's story means something, and everybody put in work. It's not just, you know what I mean?
Right.
You know? So I'm just paying respect. That's all it is.
I mean, everybody's story is also different. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's been through something. Everybody has different paths or whatever, especially coming up in New York, you know what I mean? With all the distractions, you know what I mean?
100%, my guy, 100%. But let's get to it, my brother. At what age did you start hooping?
I started hooping probably like around 7 or 8, as far as I can remember.
Okay.
Nothing. It's actually funny. Eric is in here, Ref 1. Where I started hooping, my brother put the ball in my hand. You know what I mean? He didn't play crazy, organized or whatever. But, you know, when you have a big brother, you're a tag-along. So whatever he does, you doing. You know what I mean? So he grew up playing at 92nd Street Y, where Eric actually started at. So I started like around, as far as I can remember, like 7 or 8.
And that was organized?
Not so much. Okay. You know, playing bullshit pickup or in a park. Like, you know, we grew up in the era playing in a park was cool. Now the iPad kids. So I grew up in a park.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
You know?
So did the organized aspect of basketball come into your life?
Organized, I want to say I started playing, I was playing in all those leagues. So I grew up in 2 gyms. I grew up in 92nd Street Y. I don't know if you're familiar with that one.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Asphalt Green.
Yes.
So I don't know how organized it was. I mean, I was playing organized like leagues, but, you know, there wasn't no comp really there. You know what I mean? Just the little white kids in my area that I grew up there, little Jewish kids, you know. But I want to say I started maybe like 10, 11, something like that, 10, 11, 12. Started playing in leagues and stuff like that.
And when did you get into the AAU?
Oh, man. It's a crazy story behind that. I don't know if you remember the TBT tournament. I mean, YBT, which was held at Asphalt Green with Jesse Sapp and Cab Driver. They were like God coming up, you know?
Got you.
And I played in that one. And then, you know, when you're young, somebody gives you a card and you hype. You're like, yo, I got an AAU card, blah, blah, blah. And it was actually from Gotham Rain.
Okay.
Which Mark Jerome, Ty Jerome's dad, ran at that time.
Yeah.
And I played with them. I mean, they didn't really do nothing. We did local shits like the shit at Bronx Regional, like very small things, UDC, like small things. I didn't play AAU until I was much older, till about 16 with Amari. We're going to get to that too.
Okay, okay. And like, were you always much bigger than everybody?
No, actually. Growing up, I was a point guard my whole life up until 8th grade. So I went back to my homeland, and I grew 6 inches in one summer.
What is your homeland?
Montenegro. So a small place called Gusinia in Montenegro.
Okay.
Very small village. And I went there, you know, as a kid for a vacation, family vacation, and I grew 6 inches, bro, in one summer.
Damn.
Going into my freshman year of high school.
Got you.
Right.
Got you. So in junior high school, did you play any school basketball?
I did. I went to Wagner up on the east side. I played for the school team, and you know, regular shit. To them, I was good. You know, I was probably the best one in my school, but you know, I wasn't introduced to the killers yet. You know what I mean? I'm still downtown. I don't know about anything. I don't know what Gauchos is. I don't know what Riverside is. Like, my brother was like, yo, I'm gonna bring you to Riverside Church one day. For some reason, as a kid, I thought that shit was like so far away.
Yeah.
Because in that era, you hear Gauchos in Riverside, you're like, whoa, like, because it was so big and powerful at that time.
Yeah.
And he was like, yo, I'm gonna bring you. And as a kid, I was just like, fuck, like, damn, he's gonna bring me to Riverside. Like, fuck. And then I played there 3 years, and then, you know, I didn't really get recruited because I didn't really know nobody of that, you know, on that statue. So,
okay,
told you, I went back home. I went to my country, came back 6 inches taller, and I went to my zone school, which was Julia Richmond.
Got you.
You know, Julia Richmond, where Rich Parker and them went. That didn't really work out. I got kicked out a month after that.
Okay.
And I'm still stuck. My cousin at the time was at Beacon. I don't know if you're familiar with Beacon on the west side.
I played at Beacon. Jay Johnson played at Beacon also.
Oh, yeah?
For a quick minute, yeah.
So from Julia Richmond, got kicked out. Well, all my peers from like the east side and a lot of kids from Harlem that know me, they were at Julia Richmond. So it was gonna, you know, it was a little bit more comfortable, you know. But I got kicked out and went to Beacon at that point.
Okay.
And at Beacon, you know, it was a regular PSAL school, or nothing crazy. I think we was in a, like, what was it, double A or single A? I forgot how that worked. But we did solid. I mean, nothing really crazy, you know. When you don't got nobody on your team like that, it's hard to do anything. You know what I mean?
Let me ask you something, E. You say that you started off a point guard, and then in one summer you grew 6 inches.
Right.
Did that affect your coordination and how you played?
Big time. Because, you know, you used to having the ball in my hands. Now if you're 6'6", 6'5" in New York City, you consider Shaq. Yeah, directly down in the block, you know, like directly down there. Yeah. And I never really, you know, worked on my game like that, you know what I'm saying, as a big, or like it happened so quick. Yeah. You know, it happened so quick. But thank God I was able to still dribble a little bit, handle the ball a little bit. So that kind of, you know, helped me out throughout my whole career.
Okay. So you guys at Beacon, was that your freshman or sophomore year? Because you said
I was there for 2 years, freshman and sophomore year.
Okay.
So freshman year is when I kind of got introduced to the uptown guys, because that year we played like Manhattan Center when Headache was coaching and stuff. We played Watley when Watley was really good, and we, you know, I was introduced to like big time dudes, you know. Yep. Playing, you know, getting my ass kicked at that time. Yeah. So I want to say the end of my freshman year is when I started making a little noise for myself, and then that's when the AAU guys started coming around, and I started playing AAU that year. Okay. I forgot, maybe Amari can tell you better, but I forgot how I was introduced to LPAC. I forgot who brought me to the gym. Yeah. But I started with LPAC, like really coming outside, like playing in the projects and this and that with Amari. Like imagine 4 Spanish dudes and 1 big-ass white kid playing everywhere. And, yo, it was crazy, and those dudes were super tough, man. And I tell them this all the time. Where I learned to talk my shit from was from Amari and my best friend Brandon Adams. You know, BA. Yeah. And I learned so much from Amari. He used to always tell me, yo, don't back down from nobody, bro. Like, we don't give a fuck who's there. We playing, we not backing down. Just play hard because people gonna respect you if you play hard.
Absolutely.
You know, you're a coach, so you know that. So if you're not backing down and you're gonna be in a game with people, people are gonna respect you. That's just what it is. All over the world in basketball, people are gonna respect you.
100%.
And he instilled a lot of confidence in me and toughness. Like, man, we had wars, bro. Like people was like we were kids, bro. You know, people chasing us out of fucking projects with the hammers, like wanted to beat us up. Like we were just hooping. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we got a lot of stories of that one. But Amari definitely played a big role, like on my outside career. You know, definitely. He brought me outside, man. So LPAC. And then I started fucking with the Chos. Shout out to Book. He was a big influence. So going into my sophomore year, that's when I made a big jump.
Okay.
That's when I started getting ranked in the city. I was high. I want to say I was in like the high 20s. But for me, I was like, fuck, you know, coming from a kid that didn't know anything or how stuff worked. I was like, sheesh, I'm lit, you know? Like I'm ranked in the city. I'm making a name for myself. I'm playing AAU. I'm meeting all these people. I'm in the gauchos, you know, hearing so much history behind it. I'm like, fuck, this shit is dope.
Yeah. Still
being from where I'm from, because we don't see none of that shit. When Headache used to come to the gym, that was like fucking, you know, like LeBron walking in the gym, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts.
Teresa Weatherspoon, like those people used to come into the gym. So seeing them and not knowing how shit worked, damn, they here, like, I'm hooping with them or whatever, talking to them. That's what it was, man. So yeah, I was at Beacon for 2 years. My second year, I think we had brought a couple of transfers, whether it was for me or, you know, a couple of friends to make a kind of impact.
Okay.
And we actually did all right that year. We lost to, I don't know, you remember Sticks that went to Senior Hall?
Yes, absolutely.
We played him that year. He went to Grand Street campus.
Okay.
So I think we beat them. And it was like a Manhattan, Brooklyn type thing. And Sticks at the time had a name.
Yeah.
Robert Mitchell. He was top. And we went to their house and we beat them. And my man Rod Reezy, he had a big game. And we had beat them. And, you know, that shit was crazy. You know, that atmosphere, playoff atmosphere, Brooklyn versus Manhattan. Yeah. It was crazy. And we beat them. And then we played Manhattan Center the next year when they had John, Fish, Darren Towns that played at Hofstra. And we played them, and that atmosphere was crazy. We walked in the gym, bro. That shit was so fucking packed. Headache was coaching, and they had us down like 25, bro. They was kicking our ass. And we cut it down to tie the game with like 2-3 minutes left. So the game was crazy.
That's dope.
Crazy game. We almost got in a fight. Fucking Darren, we talk about it all the time. He dunked on me, right?
Yeah.
And what? And wrapped his legs around, tried to violate me, and I pulled him off the rim. Woof. Everybody on my, it was about to be a crazy fight, and we had to calm it down, and it was crazy, bro. They ended up beating us by 2.
Okay.
But then, so that after that summer, that's when I played with the Chos, with Amari and Kimba and all of that. And I went to 5-star.
Okay.
So that summer, man, and I tell people this all the time. And mind you, I don't know about camps. I don't know about nothing. I still, at this point, don't know how shit works. You know what I mean?
All right, but you must be progressing pretty quick because everybody doesn't get these opportunities to play on these teams and gets the shots to go to these camps and play at the Gauchos. You know what I mean? So, question they ask: how long did it take you to get that mental edge when you became a big, and you're out of position in the beginning? Because if you grow up a guard, then you grow 6 inches, and they throw you in the post. That's a whole world you got to learn.
Right. Well, like I told you, you know, I mean, you've been seeing me play since I was a youngin'. So
facts.
One thing that's helped me, I always been skilled, right? So nobody can take that away from me. I always can dribble, pass, and shoot. Yeah. Regardless of posting or not posting, I was skilled enough to get by. Gotcha. You know, and having such a high IQ, it just helped me. You know what I'm saying? So I can be on the court with anybody. I might not be able to run and jump with everybody, but understanding of the game, I could play with anybody. And then I always knew that. And then having them, you know, the toughness of playing outside and playing in the hood, that just carried over, you know, being aggressive and playing hard no matter what. That also gave me a higher edge of always having a chip on my shoulder. You know what I mean?
Got you.
And, you know how it is. being white is hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's not too many white hoopers, and not, you know, not saying that's disrespect, but when you're going to Dyckman, I'm probably the only dude out there really hooping still like that.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
But you're not
you know?
white anymore, E. But go ahead.
Say it again.
You're not white anymore. You haven't been white for a long time, bro. But go ahead. Go ahead.
Listen, man, my whole thing is to, you know, let it be comfortable for kids to go uptown and play, because that platform is amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
facts.
And it's all love. Like, you hear, obviously, if you want trouble, you're gonna get trouble anywhere in the world. But if you out there as a hooper, or people like you that are from that place, you're not gonna let nothing happen to these kids if they're not on bad timing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If they're up there hooping, guys like you, Mikey, Kenny, like, if you're up there hooping, people respect that anywhere in the world.
Yeah, and you talk your shit. You know what I'm saying?
I earned that, Drew, man. I earned that.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm saying. Rightfully so. You put in the work.
I earned that, bro. Like, but you know, you see me, I always got crazy hair. Why? You know, people are gonna challenge you, which is fine. I'm totally fine with that. And it also brings out the best of one another. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're going at me or I'm going at you, and you talking, one of us is gonna get that from, you know what I mean? Get the best of each other.
100%.
So I actually like talking shit, because, like, growing up in New York City, you're gonna play against that person 150 times. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to play against you every fucking summer. Like, me, Happy Feet, and Mike Glover, and like those kind of guys, we've been playing against each other 500 times, and that shit gets boring. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we're gonna compete. We're gonna go at it. We're gonna talk shit. But at the end of the day, you build relationships with these guys. You know what I'm saying? And basketball goes so far. You never know how close you're gonna be with somebody after basketball, or what basketball can bring you to a relationship wise. Like, basketball is so dope, Drew. It's crazy. Like,
yeah, that's a fact.
Like, look, you're doing interviews, and I've known you since I was a kid, and for me to be here with you is an honor, because, like, look, we don't know each other personally, but we do know each other personally, and this is our connection. This is our friendship. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And this can go all over the world. Like, I have friends in Cali, Texas, this, that I've built family relationships with, and if they ever need a favor or I need a favor, it's done. And that's built off a basketball, bro. That shit is crazy.
No, that's a fact. Yeah, it's crazy. It is.
You know what I mean? Like, you go through so much stories. Like, I'm sure Amari can get on her, or people that just been with me personally, like, can tell a million stories just off fucking playing basketball.
Yep.
It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Or, yo, when that guy crossed you, or when he dunked, or, yo, Eddie, remember when you talk, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just so much shit goes on. And you're playing everywhere. You know what I mean?
It's a world of its own, just like the streets. All the hustlers know each other. All the stick-up dudes know each other. All the hoopers know each other.
But it goes all together, and people don't understand that.
Totally.
You know what I'm saying? The street dudes are going to be outside in the tournaments, and they're going to see you, or if you're in the club or whatever, yo, what's up? Oh, yo, send me your number. And that's how that relationship starts. You know what I mean?
That's a fact. So we had your second year at Beacon.
Okay.
Y'all do much better. How are you playing?
I think I was averaging like 11 and 8.
Okay.
Something like that. Close to a double-double, maybe 12 and 10. But I had big games. I had a couple 25-point games. I was in Newsday almost every time, you know, in those little clippings and stuff like that. But, you know, we weren't playing such a powerhouse schedule. You know what I'm saying? So none of those kids that we're playing against are getting recruited. Yeah, they might be, you know, you got some solid kids like you do everywhere, but nobody really had a buzz like that, you know, when I played at Beacon.
Gotcha.
The biggest player we probably played was Sticks and John and them at Manhattan Center, and even them, they didn't really pan out to what they would be, you know, due to other things, but, you know.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So, yeah, we lost to Manhattan Center. I got a crazy buzz now. Not crazy, but enough to, you know, they know who I am.
Mm-hmm.
And they want to send me to the 5-star camp. And I'm like, hell yeah. Gauchos had they were sending kids out that year. And yo, Drew, I tell people this every time I talk about this 5-star camp. That was the only camp I ever been to in my life.
Okay.
Yo, bro, this was the most craziest named camp ever, bro. Ever. I'm talking about everybody and their mother was at this camp, bro.
Okay.
Bro, Kirk Kelly, Mike Beasley, Kev Love, James Harden, Tyreek Evans, all of us New York dudes, Momo, Kimber, like, yo, it was crazy. Corey Fisher, when he was on top of his game, it was OD. And it was about 30 of us from New York. And, you know, obviously we all together and shit. So when one dude is playing, we on the side, yo, bust his ass, yo, go at him. And we was all holding each other down. And Cali had their own, they was deep too, you know, so it was a Cali, New York thing. And, bro, the names, bro, was just so crazy. And at this point, I'm like, yo, fuck, these are pros. Like, these are NBA guys. Like, these guys are out of my league then, you know? I'm like, you hear Kirk Kelly, you hear Mike Beasley, you hear these guys. Yeah. You seeing them play at a camp in a semi-organized setting with refs and going at it. I'm talking about nobody got injuries then. Bodies are fresh. Yo, Drew, bro, people went at it so crazy at that camp. We had that shit lit. Lit. And anybody that's there that watches this is gonna agree with me and say that camp was fucking retarded.
Got you. How'd you perform at that level with those with the lights of that type of competition?
So I'm gonna tell you. So you know how it breaks down. I think it's like college, NBA, G League, and NBA. I think it's like 3 different levels, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
And I have a name at that point. So they put me with the less guys. You know what I'm saying? Which I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't on that level then. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I had no problem. It was nothing to me. I was just happy to have that opportunity to showcase my talent. At that time, I was mad confident. I was playing with the Chos. I was playing really good with them. I was playing 16s and 17s that year.
Okay.
I was playing 16s with K Walk in them, but then I was also playing with Edgar Sosa and Kirk Kelly coming off the bench for them, which I was all right with. You know what I mean? I was backing up Kirk Kelly and those guys, and you know their brotherhood is so crazy that Rice brotherhood.
That Rice shit is different.
It was different, man, and I was just happy to be a part at that point. You know what I mean? Like coming from how I came up with nobody really playing basketball, my family is not a basketball, to even be where I'm at that point.
Yep.
I'm like, fuck, like all these guys are getting talked about in the paper every fucking day.
Bro, you're in Beacon and you're going to trips with Rice and all the archdiocese and all the
it's so crazy. It's so crazy. Like I got to backtrack because we're moving too fast. Like even when I made the varsity team, right? Well, obviously I was there to play. My brother was like, damn, you made varsity as a freshman? I'm like, yeah, but I'm at Beacon. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, don't matter, bro. Like, you're going to be starting for that's like, people don't even get that opportunity. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And he was like so happy for me. And I was just like, whatever. So, yeah, man, like these guys are like kind of like superstars, bro. Like Sos and Kirk Kelly, they were superstars, bro.
Facts.
They were fucking big time superstars. So, long story short, I go to this camp and I fucking bug out. I bug out at this camp. So my camp counselor, whatever, was talking outside.
What do you mean you bug out?
Huh?
What do you mean you bug out?
I play extremely well. Like
there you go.
I'm wilding. Honestly, I'm going nuts. I'm going nuts. I'm like, yo, I'm here with these dudes. I'm making a stamp. I don't give a fuck. Like I'm here now. You know what I'm saying?
Talking your shit?
No. I was just so focused. I didn't want that yet. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want. Yeah. I was talking like once I was in the zone, but I wasn't looking for it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, everybody. But if somebody brought it or you know what I mean to start something, hell yeah. You know I never back down that way. But the camp counselor was actually talking outside of my dorm. Okay. And this is all facts, bro. Like this is all facts. They're like, yo, this Edis kid, he was picked 3rd overall in the draft, like they do drafts, you know what I'm saying? Okay. And I'm hearing this. He don't know who I am. I'm in his camp. Yeah. And my cousin was actually with me at the time, and I'm like, yo, you heard that? He's like, yeah, this kid came out of nowhere. And long story short, I fucking have a great camp, like great camp. I actually played one game with Tyreek Evans. I didn't get no burn, but I was hyped to even, be there. Yep. And that's when the buzz went crazy. Okay. The buzz after that camp, like Beacon was in my rear view and we were moving up.
Talk about it.
That whole camp changed my life. So Mo Hicks, well, Coach Bill Aber, maybe his name is LaSalle. He's a big part of that camp. He's like one of the, I don't know his exact title, but like a director, like whatever. He's a big deal in that camp. Yep. he was after me hard. And Austin Wallace, I don't remember if you remember Austin that played at Pitt. He was also a Gaucho kid.
Okay.
That played on the side. You remember him? Big kid that used to block shots, light-skinned kid?
No.
Whatever. He was a big deal. He played with Kirk Kelly. That was the front court.
Okay.
And he was a big deal in the South. And they was recruiting me there at the camp. Like, yo, you come in. And my cousin was there at the time. And, you know, we were trying to make it happen, you know? Yeah. And Aber was on my body. He was like, yo, you come in. And da-da-da-da. And I was just like, let me see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So I come back home. And my big brother, he's like everything to me, right? So everything that's happening, you know, is going through him.
Did you know about the Did you know about the archdiocese and the school system and like how the archdiocese was one league, the PSAL is a different league? Did you know about that at this time?
So when I told you growing up, I had no idea. Now I kind of understand now because you know I'm with the Chos and. You know, now everybody's talking about the Captain's School League, the CHSSA, and this and that. And now I understand the difference. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Now you got the number 1, number 2 guys. You got, you know, these guys are monsters, bro. You know, like now I understand the difference from the PSAL and the Catholic School League, which is a big difference. Not throwing shade to the PSAL because you definitely, you know, people's definitely made it from there, but it's a difference. Like you got kids, 15 to 20 kids going Division I rather than a handful. You know what I'm saying? If that. If that, you know, absolutely. I'm sure me and you can name maybe you're a little older than me, but like we can name 10 best people from PSAL. You know what I'm saying? That went on and really made a noise. Catholic school can name 50.
The difference is PSAL teams will have 1 or 2 players per team, where the archdiocese will have 6 or 7 of them,
or maybe even more.
Yeah, but those 2 or 3 that's in the PSAL, it's not because they couldn't play in the archdiocese. It's just there's a lot of shit behind it. You feel me? But there's some. Look at Lincoln. You know what I mean?
No, I mean, Lincoln is a powerhouse of its own. You know, so it's its own. It's on its own lane. You know what I'm saying? Like Lincoln are sending out Pearls, Marbury, Telfair.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But Lincoln is you know, you can't name me another PSAL outside of those Brooklyn schools like Tom Jeff or Boys and Girls. Other than that,
Kennedy had his run, but
it had its run, but it's not like that.
Yeah. You're right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and no disrespect to nobody, but like that Kennedy team with Amari and Dwight.
Yeah.
Like you can't name me that whole team.
No.
You know what I'm saying? You're gonna name me Emiliano, Dwight Hardy, Amari, and a couple other people, but you can't name me that whole team.
No, that's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So outside of a couple powerhouse in the PSL, the Catholic School League is just where it was.
That's where it's at. Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And like you said, like there's always good players in the PSL, but they're probably not getting recognized, probably not coached good enough, or not getting put in the right situation. Because in basketball, where I'm at now mentally is you got to be in the right situation.
Always.
You know what I'm saying? And I didn't know that growing up. You know, I'm playing with my friends. You know what I'm saying? Yo, you my man. Yo, Ed, come play, no problem. And I tell people all the time, obviously you want to play Division I. Obviously you want to go to the highest, but you got to be in the right situation, whatever it is. Like, people will talk about, yo, look how nice Jokic is. You know, you play similar to Jokic. Just that. I'm like, yo, dude, Jokic didn't grow up in New York City where it was predominantly guards. He was in Europe playing the right way, learning how to move without the ball, dropping those dimes. You know, he was able to show his whole package probably at a young age. Whether it's here, you got to watch these guards dribble fucking 500 times and it's just boring. You know what I'm saying?
Guard dominate.
Garbage, bro. Garbage.
Guard dominate. But go ahead. We'll talk about that. You get back from that camp.
Yep.
Beacon is in the rear view because you know that you don't belong there. You
knew I don't belong there.
But now everybody knows you don't belong there.
Right. So I get back to the city. You know, I talk to my brother. I'm like, yo, this and that. He's like, all right, let's see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what's going on.
Yep.
Mo Hicks, you know, the Gaucho connection. Mo Hicks is like, yo, come to the gym right now. Bring your pops. Okay. And it's just facts. My pops had no idea. You know, my parents immigrated to this country to work. You know what I'm saying? Like, barely know English. You know, they came here to provide a better life for us. You know, so sports was never a priority to them. You know what I'm saying? It was just work, so we could have food on the table. And my dad, you know, broke his back to work in this country. And, you know, still to this day, he don't really fuck with sports because he's just been working for so fucking long. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, you know, to him to come to a meeting with Mo Hicks, I'm meeting a fucking legend. And I'm nervous, you know what I'm saying? Rather than my dad not knowing who the fuck Mo Hicks is, you know what I'm saying? And Mo Hicks is a legend, you know what I'm saying? Fucking
Facts.
how many championships he had, how many kids he done sent out. He's a legend in his own flesh.
100%.
So I was nervous, you know. I'm meeting Mo Hicks to potentially go to Rice, bro. Like, shit is crazy. He's like, yo, I want you to come. I don't give a fuck. Like, what we got to do to get you to come? I need a big da-da-da-da. So we talked about it. And now, coming from public school, Amari, I love you, bro. Coming from public school to Catholic school, you got to sit out a year. Don't matter what circumstance it is.
Oh, you do?
Right? Yeah, hell yeah.
I thought it was only Catholic school to Catholic school or public to public. I didn't know.
Nah, you got to sit out. So when I'm there, I'm talking to Momo's like, listen, you got to come, but you got to sit out, which is fine because I'm gonna tell you how it all panned out. So let me take it easy.
Yeah.
So he's like, you got to come sit out, and I'm like, like I wasn't really with the sitting out shit. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, I want to play, especially now. I want to play.
Facts.
So I come back. Hayes had reached out the year when Feldine and Andy Garcia, they won the chip that year. Remember that year?
Yeah.
I worked out with them, but, same situation. I had to sit out,
Yeah.
So now, I'm getting these schools hollering at me. I'm getting these workouts, and I'm hanging. I'm still playing AAU with Amari. I'm still making a big name. I'm still doing all right. So OSL calls. I would say Lutheran, right?
Yeah.
I would say Luther Oswald Cross, that's my man, calls me. And when you hear a kid is 6'7", 6'8" in New York City, you don't really believe kids. Dudes be saying they're 6'7", really be 6'4", 6'5", right?
Yeah, that's a fact.
So Oswald Cross somehow gets in contact with me, and he's like, "Yo, come to the workout." You know what I mean? Like, come, I want to see what you got. My brother, we at this point, it's funny, I got to mention this because I bother him all the time. My brother had broke his ankle at that time. So he's bringing me to all these workouts in crutches. So he's tight. He got to walk around steps. So we crutch it everywhere, right?
Yeah.
Snoop, what up, bro? And so we go to OSL. At this point, I heard of him. I watched him play once or twice. Who's there? Justin Burrell is there. Okay. And he's right behind Kurt Kelly, like in rankings there. Kurt had one, Just Burrell's 2, or vice versa. Like, Just Burrell at that point was the man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I get to the gym. I'm gonna just tell you some names who I played with because I ended up going there. But I'm gonna tell you this: who was there already? Jiggy Josh, killer. Nick Murphy, pro. Justin Burrell, pro. Drake Calloway that played at St. Francis, that went to Rice. Geddes Robinson, Monkey Blood. Man, bro, shit was crazy. I'm missing a few, but that like 7 of us went D1 from there. But so I'm gonna tell you. So I go. Long story short, Oz, it was like, damn, you really are 6'7", 6'8". Like that was the first thing he said. He's like, yo, come on, come in the gym. He's introducing me and stuff like that. And the first thing, they trying to punk me when I'm in the gym. They see this white boy. They're like, yo, play him one-on-one. I'm like, hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you crazy? And I got to say this on camera because I tell people, but, he's a man. I don't know if he going to get mad or not. I end up playing Justin Burrell one-on-one that day. That same thing, before the workout, before anything. And my brother's telling me in my language, like, yo, kill him. You know what I'm saying? Like we here. Like, fuck it. Yeah. And I ended up, whatever, I ain't going to get to details. I ended up beating him. You know what I'm saying? Bad.
Okay.
And no disrespect, he's a pro, he's making money, so I'm pretty nobody to him. But at that time, whatever, long story short, I end up going there. Yeah. End up going to our Savior Lutheran. And
did you have to sit?
No. So our Savior Lutheran was it was like it's an own league. It was kind of weird. It wasn't part of the CSAA. Okay. We played like independent private school, which allowed me to play right away.
Got you.
You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I played right away, man. And that year, they were putting Justin Burrell on a platform to really showcase his name.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that year we played. Yo, listen to this, bro. Listen to the schedule we played. Hey, Sos, what up, brother? We played.
So what up?
We played the Morris twins. We played the Lopez twins. We played James Harden. We played Kevin Love. Fucking cooked us in the high school tournament over here at Iona. You remember that? They used to do like the high school tournament, like a couple schools.
Yep.
Yeah, over there at Iona, we played. Yo, he fucking destroyed us, bro. K Love. We played DeJuan Summers that went to Georgetown. So now we we play a national schedule. We played. Oh yeah, the first our first game of the season, bro. We played Oak Hill. Our first game of the season, right? Ty Lawson, Nolan Smith, Mike Beasley, I think Jeff Allen. I went to Virginia. Yeah. Bro, a couple 7-foot Africans. Yeah. Bro, we go in here, you walk into that gym, you hear Oak Hill, like I said, all the jerseys on the wall, yo. Drew, everything, all the alums, Mello, this, that. Yeah. 200 jerseys on the wall, all crazy shits. We walk in the gym, there's a dude in a wheelchair throwing the team alleys. Yo, I swear, like they passing him the ball. He's in the chair, and he's just throwing alleys. Yo, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? What type of shit is this? Yo, I swear, yo, a dude in a wheelchair was throwing fucking alleys to the team, bro. That shit was crazy. Whatever, we got our ass kicked, and we just played all these guys, and they put Justin on the platform to play all these dudes, And I actually play solid. Huh?
How are you playing now that you're at this next level of basketball?
I'm playing solid. I'm not killing. I'm not getting crazy numbers, but I'm playing solid. I'm probably getting like 12, 14, solid 8, 9. You know what I'm saying? Solid. Yep. Solid. Yep. I'm not killing. You know what I'm saying? Not killing because, it was just team at the time, and he wasn't really killing like that too, getting numbers. He was probably getting like 18, you know what I'm saying? 18, 14. It was all spread out. Yep. And so we played that year. That year I played with Team Odom for some reason in IAC. And if Sosa's still here, he's gonna get mad at me, but I love him anyway. So I play ISA, right? With after that high school year, ISA in the winter was crazy, right?
Yep.
So I played for some reason. I started playing with Team Odom that summer. That next summer, I started fucking with the Chos. I think Amari had left, and it was the younger guys. You know what I'm saying? Like they had their Rice thing, and I felt a little out of place, even though those were my guys. I had a home with Team Odom. You know what I'm saying? And it was me, Malik Booth, Larry Davis, Brian McKenzie, and Andrew Gabriel. That was the starting 5.
Tough.
And we at ISA and playing with Team Odom, and that year was crazy. We get a playoff run, right?
Yep.
And we're not thinking we're gonna win a chip. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. First game we played Juice. We get them out of there. But they had Nick Leon, Lance, Irv Walker. Yep. We beat them, right? And now we get some buzz going on. You know what I mean? Yeah. Next game we play Panthers. Bro, you want to hear this Panther team? Kirk Kelly, Derek Character, Vernon Teal, Lance Thomas, Rashard Green. Yo, we fucking beat them too.
Nice.
So it was us starting 5, Mel Ferg and this kid Johnny Barnes and Tony Dennison. We went 8 deep. Mind you, you kind of outmatched, bro. You know what I'm saying? But we played fucking hard. Malik Booth at the time was a machine. He was fucking guarding everybody. He was a machine.
Problem.
So I think we played somebody else. I don't remember. I knew there was another game. Long story short, we ended up playing Sosa in them, right? Okay. And at that time they playing with Bingo.
Okay.
And listen to this fucking team. This is a team, bro. Sos and Corey Fisher in the backcourt. That was the year they scored like 90-something points. They broke the record at a backcourt. I don't know if you remember that.
That's tough.
Tough. They fucking tearing shit up. Sosa and Ed, right? They tearing it up. Now I'm about to name monsters. Justin Burrell, Mike Glover, Happy Feet, Kadani, Jamie Harris, Spivey, Andy.
Shit.
Yo, right? Yo, and I might be missing one or two more, right? I might be
Yep.
missing, mind you, I'm 6'7", 6'8", scrawny at the time. You know, Mel Fergus, guarding outside post. We got, you know, we solid. You know, everybody play high level basketball.
Yep.
We solid, but we're fucking outmatched, really, on paper at least. Right?
Gotcha.
On paper, you think we're gonna lose at least double digits.
Get smoked. Yeah.
Get smoked, right? Bro, my pops comes to this game. He never comes to game. My pops and my sister and my brother. My brother was in the run. He was there most games. My parents never come to games, right?
Got you.
Malik got a big task. He got to stop fucking both, you know, at least one he got to stop. And they're, you know, they're fucking monsters at that time.
Yep.
I'm like, yo, what I'm going to do, I got to do something, right, Drew? There's too much. I got to do something. I start talking crazy to them. On some mad disrespectful shit. Crazy. I had to get in their head. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I start talking crazy to them. Ask Sos. If Sos is here, he'll tell you. Sos gets mad, right?
Yeah.
So, yo, Ed, stop talking to me like that. Yo, hey, yo, I swear, yo, blah, blah, blah. Fuck you, right? Fuck out of here, right? We down the whole game, but we did. 3-4 possession game, we there.
Yeah.
I get Ed subs out. We go on a run, right? We go on a run. Larry Davis hits 2 backboard 3-pointers in a row. We go to overtime. Overtime is crazy. I forget how we win. We win the game. This shit is crazy. Malik Booth MVP. Yeah, it was a sick game. We took that. We won that shit. 7-foot trophy, bro. That shit couldn't even fit in the whip. We had to open both back windows and stick it all like that.
Everybody cross. That's your junior?
Say it again?
That's your junior year?
That's my junior year going into my senior year. And now I'm getting recruited. I'm starting to get recruited. I'm getting low level like Maris and stuff of that short stuff, you know. But Justin Burrell leaves. He ends up going to prep school. Team is my team now. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I was Xavier Lutheran. Now this is where my story gets tricky, right? Now all the fun shit stops. This is where shit gets tricky. I'm the man at OSL. OSL at the time, they were trying to make it to where it is now.
Yeah.
You know, OSL is a crazy powerhouse now, right? They got a prep team. I don't know the details of it, but I know it's a powerhouse now in high school. Yeah. So, you know, with that schedule that we played junior year, we're going to do the same thing senior year. But at the time, you know, it was a crazy Catholic school with the popes and this and that, Christian school rather. And they were really big on, like, discipline. You know what I'm saying? Like, really, really big on it.
Yeah.
Now, Cross was still there. Cross was still there going into my senior year. They cut him after I left. And I'm ready to take on everything that's about to come my way. Drew, like, I'm in shape. At that time, I started really, you know, working on my game with Oz. I told you, 2 people I really, really love in the basketball community. Like, they got a special spot. Obviously, I love a lot of people. Book Richardson, Oswald Cross. Those 2, and I'm glad I can say it now on camera because I've always said I would say it on camera.
Yep.
Those 2, man, for me, my dudes. Like, there's not too many dudes in New York City that really care about kids, and I don't give a fuck. You know me, I'm going to tell you whatever I feel. There's not too many people that really, really care for the kid and putting them in the right situation. Everybody got an agenda, whether they show you or don't.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody got a hidden agenda. And those 2 guys, man, they're really for the kids, bro. Like God bless them, and I hope God gives them anything they desire because they're fucking awesome, bro. Like, for me, not everybody might have a different mind frame, but that's
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I say about them.
Got you.
So, you know, Oz got me in the morning. I'm getting shots up. I'm hooping. But at the time, you know, I was still wild. You know what I'm saying? I was crazy. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't disciplined. I was running around with a bunch of Albanians, crazy Albanians at the time. We had our own park. And, I was still a little crazy, not knowing who to trust, not knowing who to listen to. And now I kind of got some buzz, so I'm kind of falling off, like losing focus. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
Thinking, you know, that everybody gets what they want, which is not true. You gotta work for everything you get in this world, bro. Everything, whether fuck sports, anything. If you want to wear sneakers, you gotta work for it.
Yeah, you gotta work.
You know what I mean? So I'm not doing my schoolwork, coming late, they had a system. It was called demerits. So for every time you were late or got in trouble, you got a demerit or half a demerit.
Yeah.
12 or 15 was when you got expelled. I know I was close.
Yeah.
So January comes. I think I failed off, or I was about to get expelled.
Yeah.
So now, mind you, I got all this buzz. I don't even play a game my senior year. I get kicked out, or I think I got expelled before the season even started.
Damn.
Right now, this is where my life takes a crazy turn. Now this is where a lot of people don't know stuff. I'm home. Not much people can do for me. I can't graduate. If I do go to another high school, I can't play.
Yeah.
Getting grades done wasn't really a priority because, I told you I was wild at the time.
Yeah.
My man Geddes and Hood. Hood that coaches that coach Jimmy Jazz and Be Great. He got his own program, Be Great Training.
I know who he is. I don't know.
Hood. Hood. J Hood, little point guard. Got to know.
Yeah. I know who he is.
He was at Mount Zion at the time.
Okay.
So I get kicked out. Nothing else can do at the time. The principal and the popes, they're teaching discipline. You know what I'm saying? They don't give a fuck about the basketball part. There's nothing they can do, right? They don't want nothing to do with me, whatever. Life goes on. What do we do from here? Fuck, I got to try to save my career, right? These guys were already at Mount Zion. I called them. I'm like, yo, see, if they could use me, I end up going to Mount Zion right away, maybe like a week or two after that, right?
Okay.
Now, I tell them my situation, and you know how prep schools work. Because I am getting recruited, maybe not high, but I definitely would have went D1 out of high school if everything was how it was supposed to be, right?
Yes, sir.
So I go to Mount Zion, and at this time I told you I'm hooping. You know what I mean? And I'm playing really well. They had a national schedule at that time.
Okay.
And there was a pastor in that school. So Mount Zion is also a Christian school, right?
Okay.
And the pastor had the keys to the city, big time gangster, like. Big time, you know what I mean? Like, he got his hands tied and God knows what, none of my business, but gangster, you know what I mean by that.
Yeah.
Now, at the time, I don't know if you remember a kid named Tracy Smith. He went to NC State. He was a big time deal. He was from that town and went to that school.
Okay.
So they gave me a packet of like schoolwork, maybe like this, to do the work from the first semester to catch up so I could be on track to graduate or at least even clear the clearinghouse. At this point, this is where I'm understanding, like Amari said in his interview, learning about the clearinghouse, learning about the classes you need, learning about, because, you still don't really, now you're hooping, you're understanding the hoop part of it, but you don't understand the academic side of it, you know what I'm saying? Which is what people also don't preach to you.
Yep.
So I do that, right? Yeah. Now, J-Mac, man, you don't know. I don't know if you know me or not, man, but I don't hold my tongue for nobody, bro. That's a fact. That's the Drew tell you. Even when I hoop, even like this, being a friend, it is what it is. So I do my shit, right? I do all the work, right, Drew? Do all of it, and I'm waiting for my grades to come out for the semester I had just missed because it was like Thanksgiving break, so I had time to do all of it. Yeah. Pastor comes to my room, and I'm like, yo, what's up? Like, some of my grades. He's like, what you think? You think you could just come here and use me for half a season and for me to get nothing out of it? I'm like, what the fuck you talk about? He's like, I want you to reclass. I'm like, no, bro, I don't want to reclass. Fuck that. Fuck reclassing. You know what I mean? Like, I want to go. But now he's on some like gangster shit. Like, you think you just gonna come here? You think I ain't know you were this good? I'm gonna use every ounce of you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to just come here for half a year and not put my school where it needs to be. Bada. Yep. I'm like, yo, listen, man. I just, like I did the work. You said like this. He's like, you're not getting your transcript. I don't give a fuck. Like, unless you reclass. Like, now, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck you. Fuck that. Which, if I would have reclassed, it probably would have been better for me. But I don't, it goes back to not knowing and using the system. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a big fan of people fucking the system. I don't care. If there's a loophole and you can get away with it, do it. Yep. Do it. I tell kids, you want to get left back once or twice? Go ahead. Go ahead, bro. Dude, go ahead. Like, if that's gonna put you up here, I'm cool with that. if you have a plan, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
obviously, don't do it if you don't know what you want out of it. You know what I'm saying? But
Because, yeah.
like, if I reclassed, I probably would have been ranked in the country. You know, I would have had some juice going into it, but you know, man, I'm like, oh my God, no, I don't want to get left back. Like, hell no. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I get back on the phone, I talk to Book, I call Book, I'm like, yo, man, like, you know, like this is like this. He's like, yo, don't worry about it. He's like, I'm gonna send you my man Schofield. Shout out to Schofield. If we could anybody ever know, Daryl Schofield. I don't know how much I can say on this, Drew, because I don't want to get people in trouble. But fuck it, right, yo. Book is like, yo, my man in Philly, his family friend, he gets shit done in Philly. You know what I'm saying? Like, great, like he gets shit done.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right. He's like, yo, you know, have your family get a flight, get the fuck out of there, get your shit, come back over here, right? Come back. I come back to the city, chill for like a week. I go to Philly. My brother and his girlfriend at the time, which is now his wife, takes me to Philly Lutheran. I don't know if anybody knows about Philly Lutheran. It's not really a school. It's those prep schools, you know, just basketball, right?
Yeah.
Are you familiar with Philly? Do you know a little bit about Philly?
Few things.
Okay, so you know, you've heard of Broad Street, right? Obviously, everybody knows Broad Street.
Yeah.
Cool. I gotta laugh, Drew. My story is funny, bro.
You in the hood.
Bro, my brother takes me to this gym, right? A small little gym around the corner from LaSalle University, which is in the A10, right? Right around the corner, but so mind you, Temple and LaSalle, that shit is in the fucking hood. I don't know if people know that. That shit is dead smack in the fucking hood.
Yeah,
both schools.
Facts.
Right? So I go to this gym, you know, I hoop a little something, but it didn't matter because, you know, Book sent the kite, so I was good, you know?
Yep.
You know, we work out now. They're taking me to where I'm staying, you know, which is a few blocks away. One of the assistant coaches had like a duplex apartment. Yeah. I walk into the apartment. Yo, Drew, shit is nasty. Cats all over the place, dirty, this, that, you know. And now my brother, he's skeptical, you know what I'm saying? He's like, damn, he's about to leave his little brother here, like, yeah. And he's asking me, like, yo, bro, like, it is what it. I'm like, yo, it's my last shot. Like, what can I do? I gotta thug it on out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta do what I gotta do. You know, what I can do to try to fix anything that I got left.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? So I stay there, and it was middle of the season, you know, so they kind of already had their thing going on, but which was fine because, yo, Drew, our open gyms, yo, I'm talking about on average 20 to 25 coaches every day. Whether, yo, crazy. I'm talking about crazy. Right? And so I didn't need to be on the road because homie was getting it done for me. So I was just needed to showcase my talent.
Got you.
But he ended up liking me and putting me on the team. Like, nah, fuck that. We're using you. You know what I'm saying? They ended up liking me, and I ended up liking them too. They was cool. Philly and New York, they're a little dirtier than us, but we get along. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I play a few tournaments and stuff. So now I'm going to tell you a situation. I was supposed to go to LaSalle from there. They were supposed to get it done for me, whatever they had to get done. I don't know. And everything was supposed to go smooth, right? I was supposed to go to LaSalle. Yeah. A10, I'm ecstatic, right, Drew? I'm hyped. I'm like, from where it was going to where I'm at, I'm like, fuck it. We had this kid. Forgot his name. I really did forget his name. He was a trend. Listen to how crazy, like, the recruitment was at this place. Okay. He came from a D1 where he was redshirting to come back to the prep school to open up his recruitment. Right? Yeah, some weird shit, right? Maybe he was paying his own way, but he was able to do it. Yeah. Right? So he was like a walk-on or opening. Something, though, he was on there, left, came back to where we was at, right? Got you. And he was solid. He was a solid player. And his dad, so he wasn't really playing, you know what I'm saying? But mind you, we're both coming in the middle of the season. Like, they already got their stuff going on, you know what I'm saying? They got their players. They got who they rocking with, and it is what it is. Long story short, Drew, the kid's dad was calling the coach, like, yo, why my son not playing, blah, 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 blah. Like, he came from a D1. Why the fuck? Yo, Drew. Come to practice one day, B, and this is, I swear, this is the God's honest truth. FBI is in the gym. swarming the fucking gym. FBI guys, bro.
Oh shit.
And Jack, I can't make this up. I swear to God. I'm thinking a whole ring is going on. Yo,
Yeah.
I don't even go to the gym, dogs. I go to the crib, get my shit.
Gone.
Right back to New York. No contact with him. LaSalle fell on face of me. Done. Right? Done. I don't even want to know what's going on. But apparently that dude snitched on him saying that the guy was fixing grades, and because he wasn't playing his son, that was the whole scandal.
Wow.
You understand? So he was like, word, you want to fuck my son? Boom. And dropped the whole shit on what was going on. Destroyed everything. Kids that already went to D1s ended up having cases against them.
Yeah.
To take away the eligibility if they're already at it for you. Bro, this guy fucked up so many kids, it was ridiculous, bro. It was ridiculous.
That's crazy.
You can actually look up the story. I'll send you the link if I can find some whack shit, right?
Yeah.
So I get on the Amtrak, I go right back to the crib. Yeah, J-Mac, crazy, bro. It was so stupid. So now, Drew, this is when Edis' story really, really begins.
Gotcha.
Get back to the crib, ain't doing shit, not working out. At the time, I started getting in trouble.
Okay.
I don't know if you remember, I actually got a clip. It was a headline. I had caught a case, 6'8", hulking teenager. That was the headline of the story. I had caught a hate crime case.
Okay.
I had caught a hate crime case, and during that time, basketball was, I started doing other things. I started getting money. I started fucking with, those kind of things, and ended up having 2 cases at once. People don't know that.
Sheesh.
Hate crime and grand larceny, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't know that, which is fine, which is why, see, look, my best friend, Brandon, he's saying it right there.
Yeah.
And at this time, whatever, right, Drew? Like, life is kind of going downhill. I'm getting in trouble. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I'm doing this. Looking at some time, which is fine because that was the path I chose, right?
Yeah.
And so, whatever, I'm going through these cases. Nick Murphy, who I told you, the guy that I played with, Nick, Dustin Nick, that I played with at OSL, he's at Jacksonville State now.
Okay.
Right? And, Nick is my brother. Nick is one of my great friends. And I'm like, yo, Nick, I need help. You know what I'm saying? He's like, yo, what you need? I'm like, yo, I need a letter. I need a letter from your coach, if he can do it, saying that I'm attending there next year on a basketball scholarship. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
He's like, let me see what I could do. And with that letter, bro, like with the letterhead of Jacksonville State, gave to my lawyer, and that shit saved me. That shit, instead of doing time, I ended up getting 6-year probation.
Okay.
Right? So, like, kind of saved my life, right? So, At this point, this is where everything starts happening. So, at this point, I really stopped hooping. I'm fat. You know what I'm saying? I'm really big at this point, not hooping at all. Can't tell you the last time I touched the ball, maybe well over a year. Eddie Lau calls me. This is truth, bro. If I'm lying, Eddie Lau calls me, right? At like 5:30 in the morning. I had met Eddie through like Terrell McKenzie and Amari. Eddie used to be around.
Okay.
He was a friend, but, I didn't really have that relationship with him, So he calls me, and I tell everybody all day, I'm coming back from clubbing. I'm putting my key in the door. I'm smacked. Drew, I'm smacked. I'm drunk. 6 o'clock in the morning.
It's 50 seconds left. I'm going to log out and log back in. You can pick up from there, from that phone call.
All right, let's do it now.
All right, bro.
All right.